Searching for this all my life. You're just my type. I've been looking for a boy who can treat me right. Short dark hair, but those eyes so bright.
Okay, back for another week of shenanigans with my girl Kiki, here to fill me and all of you in on everything we need to know across pop culture and all fun things. And, maybe we ruffle some feathers this week, as it seems that I always do. My name is in so many people's mouths, people that I don't even know. Did you see that podcast clip?
Which one?
With Taylor?
Yeah.
And
who was that guy?
I think his name's Rob. He's
Okay.
like a friend of Beau's. I think he's
Okay.
on the new show.
Okay.
I've maybe met him a handful of times or been around him in the same vicinity a handful of times. I've heard more, I think, about him than I've actually interacted with him. So my mom sends this to me and she goes, "What podcast clip? Like, what is he talking about?" And I'm like, "Are you referring to back when Brittany was on my podcast and we discussed the wedding of it all with Stassi and Beau?" I don't even remember his name getting brought up. That podcast was also, 3 years ago?
Okay.
And now you're using this for clickbait, and that's the whole thing, the whole podcast you did, that's the thing that we're going to use as the promotion for it?
Yeah, I was like, I had no idea what he was talking about, and I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, I sent it to Brittany, and I was like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" She goes, "Is that Rob?" I'm like, I guess, yeah. And she was like, "I've never said his name on my podcast." And I mean, going back to when she did it, I think her and Jax were still together and maybe she was defending him a little bit.
Okay.
But I've also apologized to Stassi directly for my involvement in that all, in letting Brittany's side air on the podcast without hearing Stassi out. And Stassi wrote about it in her book. And I've apologized for that. So now I'm like, why is this fucking dude bringing up my name?
Yeah.
But go ahead. Keep my name in your mouth. Something I feel like I've noticed a lot lately. It's like when there's a new project coming out or someone, like the new season of Vanderpump Villa, it's like, whose name gets brought up? Mine.
Well, it's the most identifiable, right? Like
Yeah.
there's really only, not that there's one Scheana in the world, but there kind of is. When you think Scheana, I'm sure most people think you. So
Yeah.
why not talk about it?
I'm like, should I say thank you? You're welcome? I don't know. Just keep giving the people something to talk about. I feel like over the last year since not doing the Valley, like I've been minding my own business a lot more. I just still seem to be in everyone else's business because I am friends with a lot of them.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, I do this podcast where we talk about Bravo and we recap and Jack's holes and all of the things. So it's like I comment on things. That's part of the format of this podcast. But outside of that, like, I'm just at home with my kid and all my
adopting cats. Exactly. Like minding your business.
I'm like, is this my midlife crisis? Men buy cars, Scheana rescues cats.
Well, I think it's easy. I mean, I was in San Francisco this weekend and I ended up eating out House of Nanking. And I ate in that room. And of course, the first thing I thought about was like, oh, I'm in the room, the Vanderpump Rules room.
Not the movie that it's like known for, the Vanderpump Rules room. I love how we just took that over from like Keanu Reeves or whoever it was. I don't know what movie. I never saw it.
I never saw it.
It was like, we went there because they're like, this is where they filmed like 007 or whatever movie it was, like one of those action.
Yeah. I'm sure I've seen it, but I didn't remember.
Yeah. But I was like, I'm just here for the food and the vibes and the sweatsuit, which I think I just recently got rid of.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of narratives about me. And they're quite contradictory at times where it's like one hand, I'm supposedly this super calculated, hyper strategic reality star who spends every waking moment plotting storylines. That's not me. There are those. And you know who I'm talking about. And inserting myself into things that get attention, like, sure, sometimes is me. But also, it's just sometimes me on accident. Like, I do say things sometimes that I realized after it comes out of my mouth, I was like, oh, fuck, you didn't know that. And now I just said it. And like, oops.
Yeah.
But there's that other side too, where people think I'm this like airhead, dumb, clueless Valley girl who has no idea what's going on. So I'm like, am I this like Machiavellian, mastermind, or am I just dumb and someone who stumbles into drama? I don't know.
I mean,
I
that's the
think I'm
thing.
neither, but
I mean, what people need to understand is like, as I've gotten closer with people who cast for reality shows, I realize there is a archetype of a person
yes.
that is good for reality, and certain archetypes are perfect because of that exact thing. They have no filter and they say things out the mouth and then realize later, oh my God,
Oops.
like maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
And they can recognize that in people. I know sometimes I limit myself in what I say, which is why I'm like, I don't know what I'll be like on a reality show.
Yeah.
But
We can find out. Yeah, I mean, I do stick my foot in my mouth at times, and I think that is what has made me a great reality star because I don't even realize I'm doing it when I do it. I still do that in life. I don't remember what it was recently, but there was something I said that I wasn't probably supposed to say to the person I said it to, and I was like, "Oh, yeah, I see why. Okay, I get it." But I don't know. It's not like I'm not someone who scrolls through comments. I'm never on Reddit. I honestly don't have an account or know how it even works. It's so confusing. Like someone will send me a link to something and then it's like stay on the website or go to the app and I'm like I don't have the app. Stay on the website and then it's confusing.
no, don't do it. It's not worth it. It's like I know like sometimes I think like, well, maybe I should be aware of like what people are thinking. But then I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to adjust myself in any way, shape, or form,
Yeah.
even if it's wrong, even if I'm a terrible person to them.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not going to change. So it's too late.
Totally. And like the only person who has Google alerts on me is Mark, just to like know what's
God.
out
I
there.
would never.
I don't want to have Google alerts on myself. I don't want to know what's being said. I
No.
just, even my mom, I'm actually proud of my mom for not having Google alerts on
Okay.
me because, I mean, probably it just would drive her crazy, but
And she might be fighting in the comments a little bit.
literally. But I'm like, I do for the most part stay out of it. I have not been on Twitter, I feel like, in years. It's just such a negative space. And every time I see it, I'm
Yeah.
like, ew, I don't like this. And then every time I want to go and put something on Threads, I'm like, well, is that funny or is it not funny? And I just like, I don't even do that anymore because
Well, Threads is more fun. I'm like, I was not a Twitter person,
yeah.
but I feel like I have found my community in Threads and it's more fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Katie Maloney is really good on Threads.
She's great on Threads.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw her at Warped Tour.
I was
going
gonna
to
ask you because okay, I want to. So she's dating a guy that's the lead singer.
Nick. He plays guitar.
Okay.
Guitar bass. I think it's guitar.
Okay.
But yeah, for Sleeping with Sirens.
Okay.
Yeah, they're great.
All right.
I've seen them a couple times. And yeah, so she was there with him and ran into her in the artist compound right after I was talking to Demi Lovato.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So Kevin, my guitar player, he knows Demi's husband.
Okay.
And so as we were walking back from one of the trailers, he stops to say hi to him. And then she goes, "Hi, I'm Demi," and shakes my hand. I'm like, I know. And I was like, "Hi, I'm Scheana." And she's like, "I know, I used to watch Vanderpump Rules." And I go, "I used to watch Camp Rock."
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then we just like talked for a second. And then I text Katie and I was like, "Oh my God, did you meet Demi Lovato? Like she's back in the area." And she's like, "Yeah, I was talking to her earlier. She's so sweet."
Oh
But
my God.
that was not on my bingo card.
Yeah.
Also, if you know, you know, and you read the book, ran into Dee Dee.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Where she was in the artist compound too?
She was.
With who?
Yeah, some girl. I
Okay.
don't know. They were walking to the bathroom and I'm like, oh, I was like, wait, that looked like her. And then I asked my sister, I was like, is she here? And she's like, yeah, she's there. And then when she walked out of the bathroom, I was like, oh, that was definitely her.
Did she look at you?
She went right past, like very quickly.
Okay.
And then said something to the girl she was with. So I'm like, I could be in my head and like maybe she didn't even see me. I also was wearing a bodysuit that I haven't worn since like pre-baby that I probably wore with her last time we went to a festival. I'm like, and she's like, wow, this bitch doesn't have any new clothes.
Oh my God.
Look, I like to recycle outfits sometimes. Just
What was the feeling though? Like, was it more like your heart skip because you're like, oh my God, what if she come? Like what?
Well, I haven't seen her in person in years.
Yeah.
And we have not talked since the book came out.
Oh,
We would
okay.
keep in touch for birthdays and a little bit of small talk here and there. So it was almost like running into an ex, but then running into like an ex-friend who like you think you're maybe still on good terms with, but don't really know. But then did they avoid you or did they just not see you?
Huh. Okay.
Don't know.
All right.
Didn't want to find out. Didn't run into her again. And it was the only 2 minutes the entire weekend I was alone.
Oh.
It was the end of Third Eye Blind. And right when they start to like Send Me Charm Life is finishing up and he like starts to go acoustic and I'm like, okay, the song is going to go on for like 2 more minutes.
Yeah.
And they're getting the crowd involvement. I'm like, now's when I pee before everyone else leaves and goes to the bathroom. So I told my friends, I was like, okay, this is probably about 2 more minutes. I was like, I'm going to run to the bathroom.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for them to come. And it was just like,
Oh my God.
missed.
I'm curious though, with Katie, did you ask her anything about like being back on reality television since she's about to do that, or did you not get into that deep of a conversation?
Not when I saw her this weekend.
Okay.
We have like messaged a little bit about it. Like I'll comment on something on Instagram or I'll DM her something. And we've texted a little bit. I know that she didn't necessarily see this like path maybe so soon after
Okay.
Vanderpump, but I think not being on Bravo and, being on a show with having a little more control, it sounds like, I'm sure Stassi's a producer of some sort on it. So just from interviews that I've seen her do too, she was like, wow, it's like night and day.
Okay.
Because I mean, we don't know anything else.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think that I assume part of what she said was like, yeah, if I can have this confrontation and have this with Stassi, which we see in the clips, then yeah, I'm willing to go there because I don't want it to be fake like we've been like friendly this whole time. Like we clearly had issues. I've had issues with Taylor.
Yeah, they didn't hang out for a couple years.
So I think people want to see that conclusion from the Vanderpump side, even if it's in a different format.
Totally.
Yeah.
So I'm here for it.
I know.
I don't have Freeform though, so I'll have to wait and watch it
the next day on Hulu.
Nice little plug. Yeah, because it comes out this week.
Oh yeah.
So by the time this podcast is out, you guys will have already seen it. Okay, let's take a quick little break, grab some water. I'll be right back. You guys remember what it's like when you go back to school shopping? Because I do. I remember it like it was yesterday. I remember my mom taking me to Ross, taking me to all the stores to get all of my clothes and shoes and everything for the new school year. And it just, you need it every year, because over summer you can become a completely different person. Your whole style can change, the trends change. All of the kids, whatever they're doing these days, it's really when you develop your own sense of style, when the new school year is coming up. And for everything this school year has in store, Ross has your style for it at 20 to 60% off other retailers' prices. Even like new backpacks, like they have so much stuff. I have never gone into a Ross and not left with several things and things that I didn't even know I maybe needed. Ross has absolutely everything for back to school shopping, from dorm room decorations, kids' school supplies, and clothes for literally everyone. For kids, it's the ideal place to explore styles and help them get ready to start a new school year with new friends, a new class, all new things. Take your kids school shopping. Find your local Ross at rossstores.com. All right, y'all, we need to talk about Resort Pass again because I feel like we have unlocked something big. And it's just one of those things where if you need a little you time, a little girl time, a little, I don't know, partner time, Resort Pass, I'm telling you, is for you. So here's the concept. Resort Pass gives you access to luxury hotel pools, spas, and cabanas for the day. No overnight stay, no membership. You just book it. So like you could totally do this last minute and passes start at only $25. And it's like, boom, then you are poolside for the day. And that's genuinely the whole thing. You don't have to book an overnight stay. You don't have to do any of that. You can just go for the day and enjoy the facilities, enjoy the pool, enjoy the spa, enjoy the cabana, just enjoy your life. And what we love about it is that it doesn't require a life overhaul or months of planning. It's just legitimately one day to completely relax and get back to you. Visit resortpass.com/Scheana to get $20 off your first booking of $100 or more. That's resortpass.com/SCHEANA for $20 off. Resort Pass. The day is yours. All right. So, yeah, that was my weekend. How was yours? How's unpacking, the move, the cats, everything?
The move is great. Like, it's like, I think this is probably the biggest apartment I've ever had. So it's like,
Nice.
this sounds like a champagne problem, but it's like weird One, because I live alone, except with my cats,
A
and so
champagne problem?
well, the
Like
fact
a
that it's
first world problem?
yes,
Okay.
like I'll be in my bedroom and I'm like, oh God, the kitchen is so far. I don't know if I want to go get water, and it's like really far. But I'm getting a lot of steps in. I think I actually lost
Yeah.
5 pounds just from
Hell
moving because
yeah.
it's like there's so much back and forth.
Yeah.
I think the cats are adjusted, and so that's good. I have a lot of furniture I need to buy, but
Yeah.
we'll do that
Do you have
over
a TV
time.
stand yet?
I don't. I need a new. I need like. I think I'm gonna buy like a 98-inch TV for my living room because it can fit
Okay,
that.
the brand that I have,
Oh.
it's incredible. It's a 98-inch. It is so nice. It's TCL,
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But they're
Okay.
really good and they're not that expensive.
All right. Send me the link.
Yeah. Yeah, I will. We have one in our garage
Okay.
too. But I feel you on that because I mean, when we lived in San Diego and actually our last condo in Marina, we had stairs. But in this house, it's the most stairs. It's 18 or 19 to be exact. And when I have to like go downstairs to get Summer, she wakes up in the morning. She hasn't done this. I'm cursing myself. She's gonna do it tomorrow. Watch. But in the morning, she'd always be like, I want milk. And I'm like, oh, I have to go downstairs, get the milk. Total first world problems. And I'm
Yeah.
like, should we get a mini fridge?
Well, I
for
was thinking, have you
upstairs?
ever considered getting a mini fridge? Like I was listening to Jeff Lewis talk about this, and he's like, no, that's like, and I'm like, is it bad to have it? Like, what if I got like a little cosmetic fridge for my bathroom that I can also put?
You know?
Yeah.
The cosmetic one that I have, though, doesn't get that cold.
Oh, okay. So get like a real
Yeah.
fridge, but I can
Mhm.
call it a cosmetic fridge.
Totally. Yeah. So I had thought about that. But recently, we just hadn't made it to the grocery store in a couple days. And Summer was like, I want some milk. And I went out to the garage fridge and I was like, oh, sorry, we're out. I was like, we gotta go to the store. And she's like, but I was like, we don't have any. Get over it. And then Brock was like, oh, I'll go today. Then he didn't. And then the next day I was just like, we had food, but we just didn't have
No milk. Gotta have that milk.
But she got over it. Okay, so the Valley reunion looks just dropped. Did any of them stand out to you, whether you loved them, hated them, or just surprised by them?
Oh God, I don't even know how to say this in the nicest
Oh.
way. I just okay, do you guys have stylists when you're at this level of reality? Like season 3?
No, but I mean, it also is 2026.
Yes.
You know, so in this day and age, I feel like everyone should have a stylist.
Yes.
There's a network stylist who you send your looks into.
Uh-huh.
You have to usually have 3 to 5 looks,
Mhm.
and then they're gonna piece together what works with everyone's else, like aesthetically.
Okay.
That's where I was kind of surprised by Janet in the blue. Great dress on her for her body type. But I'm like, everyone's kind of in like neutrals, like browns, yellows, and then she was just in like bright blue.
Yeah. I honestly didn't really understand the brown decision anyways. Like it was a weird color brown, I thought.
Mhm.
And yeah, I mean, there were interesting looks for sure. And look, it's weird because online people think that if you judge someone's outfit, that you are body shaming them.
Yes.
And like we have to disassociate that because just because I say that you look bad does not necessarily mean it's because I think that there's something wrong with your body type. I know that I sometimes wear outfits for my body type that I'm like, oh, maybe that when I see myself in a picture, I'm like, that wasn't the best decision. And I would think if I was going to be like sitting on the couch for several hours, I'd had my team taking pictures from me from all angles to be like, what does this look sitting down, standing up, leaning over, this way? And that's just me as a regular person.
Yeah.
So I don't know why that doesn't happen sometimes on reality TV.
Yeah. I feel like the reunion looks have just become like a whole event unto themselves, you know, where before we know what anyone says or how the reunion plays out, everyone's already ranking the dresses, the glam, all of that. Someone said that all of the guys look like they're going to like a Sunday service, like going to church. But also, are Schwartz and Luke not wearing the exact same thing?
They were definitely wearing like the same outfit.
I'm like, was one a little more peach and one's a little more pink? They looked the same.
And this is where I start thinking, like, do some people they're like, I have an outfit and this person's going to wear it regardless because like this is the look I need to put out there. And like, it doesn't, I don't know. It's interesting.
Do you think we should have different expectations for non-housewives shows? Like it shouldn't be like as glam per se?
It's impossible. I think in Bravo world, the reunion look has become such a thing that you have to bring it every time. And it's
Yeah.
just, it is what it is. I mean, whether you're in the clubhouse, whether you're in a real reunion stage,
That is true.
you got to do it.
Yeah. And I feel like sometimes a look that you get, it maybe photographs beautifully or it looks great on the model online, but then when you get it, it doesn't always translate.
Yeah.
I mean, I obviously did 11 reunions and over, I think, 35 episodes of Watch What Happens Live, something like that. But I look back at some of my looks and there's some questionable ones. I don't know how someone let me out of the house with those. I was thinking about this recently. It was an option because I still have it hanging in my closet with the tags on. My sister told me it was fucking hideous and that I should never wear it. And I was like, I really liked it. It was like a mustard yellow color, which isn't really like a color that I would wear often. When I ordered it, I thought it was more gold. And that
Okay.
was just, I was kind of making that my thing for the last few reunions.
Yeah.
And so I tried on and it had these like velvet gloves and I loved it. And when Lala saw it, she was like, oh my God, I'm jealous. Like this dress is everything, this and that. I was like, was this bitch setting me up, like
Oh
sabotaging me
my
because it was
God.
actually really ugly and my sister was being honest?
Do you think that that's how some of those dresses end up on that stage? Like they sent it and then like their friends were like, you look great.
Yes.
Oh God. Do the Valley people have just a bunch of yes people around them?
Depends on who you're talking
Okay.
about, but yes.
Okay. You're like, depends, but yes.
But I know like everyone's talking about Brittany's look and she was so excited for this dress. I remember her showing me it and I'm like, I feel like I just want to defend her a little after seeing some of the reactions online because like you said, people criticizing it or whatever, I think it comes across for sure as a body shaming thing where it's like, this girl is just recovering post mommy makeover. Beautiful dress. Is it the most comfortable to sit in all day? Probably not. But I think she was just excited to be able to like wear something that had like open.
Yeah.
Because that girl, her stretch marks after cruise, I mean, it was like night and day, like how good she looks now.
Yeah.
I like cried when I saw her stomach because I was like, oh my God, I remember how bad it was post baby.
Mhm.
And I'm like, how do you ever get rid of that? Like, I don't know. And then she did. And so I'm like, yes, show off those abs. Like,
And that's the thing. Like, I will never judge because at the end of the day, like, look, I've lost 120 pounds and I
That's
still
incredible.
wear things that, like, look, my arms probably shouldn't be out, but I like having my arms out. And I know if I have my arms
but
out,
who says they shouldn't be out?
well, I say I shouldn't have them out. You know, we don't need the bat wings, but like, sometimes my bat wings have to come out, right? And I
Yeah.
know someone would be like, oh my God, dress for your body. But you're like,
But it's
like,
so what you're supposed to live in long sleeves and pants every day? Like we live
exactly.
in Southern California.
Exactly.
It's not realistic.
So it's just kind of like, I get both sides where it's just like, I know this may not be the best look for me, but I don't give a fuck. I'm going to do it anyways.
Yeah. As you should. I feel like too, if people, it's the way they word things and they're like, oh, that dress like doesn't look good on her or whatever. It's like, you can just say like, that dress wasn't my favorite, but
Yeah.
you know what? Brittany looked beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, it's just the way I think people say it. And, you know, fashion is supposed to be fun. And I think that not everyone is always going to, you know, look iconic and perfect as talking about myself because
Yeah.
I know I've had
Yeah.
many a bad looks,
Yeah.
not just dressing, but glam, necklaces, sock buns, the whole thing.
Oh my God.
But I'm like, you know, I look back and I'm like, what was I wearing?
No,
But
like if I had known
that's
for
life.
a second that OC clip that I did that I thought was going to be nothing, trust me, I would have came out with a way better look than what I was wearing that day. But yeah, I get it. But before we leave the Valley, I wanted to ask you because I know you had Schwartz on last week.
yeah.
And I felt like you had brought up the topic of like the Vegas kiss and you were going to get into it, but I felt like you didn't get into it. And I know listeners were commenting because some people still think that you're Vegas girl. I don't.
We did clear that up.
Okay.
Yeah. So he cleared up that and we actually did talk about it.
Okay.
But I could tell right when I brought it up, he got like uncomfortable. I was just kind of hoping that we could have had the conversation, like not on Vanderpump Rules, years later in a safe space where there would have been a little more accountability on his end.
Okay.
Because I still feel like everyone, and I've seen the comments that I have seen, that like things that get sent to me or commented under that post, whenever I have a TikTok or a reel that like really pops off, like over 1 million, I do go and look at the comments because I'm like, oh, everyone's watching this. What are they saying?
Yeah.
So many comments about the kiss.
Yeah.
And the way I remember it was Ariana and I were making out in the casino. We were drunk. We were making out. No one really knew who we were back then.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think 2013.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't even know if the show had really aired yet. It might have been like just starting to air or whatever.
Okay.
And as we're walking back to the hotel rooms, he had like pulled me aside and planted one on me. And I was like, whoa, like, what are you doing? Like, I'm drunk, but it wasn't like we made out.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
And if he wants to die on the hill that we consensually like made out, I'm like, I'm not saying you took advantage of me.
Yeah.
I never said that. I never said it was anything of that sort. I was just like, there's a difference between making out with someone and someone kissing you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
we see it in movies all the time.
Literally.
They're like, I didn't, they
like,
kissed me. Yeah.
That was the only thing that I really wanted to clear up.
Yeah.
Because after that episode had aired, I felt like I was publicly having to clear up my side.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, I remember talking with him, and maybe it was on camera, maybe it wasn't. But I was trying to be really careful with how I worded anything when we were filming, because I didn't want to characterize it in a way where I was like, I was assaulted.
Yeah.
It was this, that, like, and he was like, it was consensual. I'm like, it's confusing. There's the line there where you kissed me. I didn't ask you to kiss me.
Yeah.
I did not make out with you.
Mm-hmm.
The tongues weren't twisting. So like, I didn't want that. I had a boyfriend or a fiance. I don't even remember what stage we were at, but I was certainly not single.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to do that, but we were drunk. It happened. And it was like, okay, we're never going to talk about this, because that's just like, that would have been a whole thing. I'm already the home wrecking horror of the show. And like, I didn't even do anything wrong this time.
Mm-hmm.
Why is this like, no.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to like exaggerate what happened. And I just wanted it to be accurately talked about if it was going to be talked about.
Mm-hmm.
So like, yeah, we're drunk, whatever. And it was just like, okay, let's just like pretend like this never happened. Okay. I buried it. I realized that I compartmentalized it. I honestly forgot about it for many years, up until season 10. We were filming when we did the glamping thing. And this was also how it got so twisted and spun out of control. There was a moment on that trip where it just came back to me. And it was like we were talking about Schwartz and Raquel or whatever. And I was like, I made a comment, something like, well, yeah, if you're going to kiss her, like, make sure she wants you to kiss her. Like, don't pull a Vegas on her. Like, something like that. Just made a joke about it. And he was like, oh my God, like, you remember that? And I'm like, I forgot about it for, I don't know, 9 years. And now here it is, just popped in my head. But I feel like it wasn't really something that I had processed in the moment when it happened. I just like put it in a box, compartmentalized, and then like moved on. And then after that was like the day before our finale. While we're on this glamping trip, I'm getting my phone just ringing off the hook. Finally, I answer. It's like some random 818 number. And they're like, is this Scheana Shay? And I'm like, yeah, who's calling? Like, why are you calling me so many times in the morning? They're like, you've tested positive for COVID-19 and blah, blah, blah. They're like, you need to isolate. And I'm like, looking around, I'm in a tent with 4 other cast members. I'm like, kind of impossible. And they're like, get out of the tent now. And I'm like, we all just like swapped vape pens and bottles and who knows what else. But I'm like, okay, sure, I'll go isolate myself. And I wasn't able to go to the finale.
Okay.
And I was so glad, because obviously we didn't have the whole context of the Raquel and Tom of it all then. And later on that year, so we filmed summer, whatever, say around like Christmas time, Lala and I are at my house in Palm Springs. And I remember opening up to her about that because we were talking about how I was so glad that I wasn't at the finale. I felt like the universe protected me. I still got paid for the episode, or I guess paid for the phone call for the episode because I was on a day rate then. But I had said, I was like, dude, if I saw Katie going in so hard on Raquel, like I probably would have just like blurted out like, Schwartz tries to kiss everyone. He tried to kiss me. And then she was like, wait, what? And I go, oh my God, I don't think I've ever told anyone that. And I was like, no, I just like remembered this like a few months ago. And I like made a joke to him. And I feel like I would have been so heated, I might have said something that I would regret. So I just felt like that was like the universe protecting me. And like, I still want a friendship with Katie.
Yeah.
So like, I'm so glad that like I didn't have the opportunity to say something like that just in a heated moment.
Mm-hmm.
And she was like, yeah, never tell anyone about that. That would hurt Katie so much. I was like, that's why I never said anything when it happened because like it was nothing. I didn't want it to happen.
Yeah.
He kissed me.
Yeah.
And so I told her, and I guess I had mentioned it to my friend Jamie at the time, because she went on a podcast. She's like, I was the only person who knew about this. And I'm like, oh, okay. Didn't remember. But maybe after we went glamping, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe like this just popped in my head. Like something triggered a memory for me. And then a couple months ago, I see that, well, it was posted a couple months ago, but it was just a few weeks ago. Someone sent me this blind item from Bravo and Cocktails because it's anonymous on Bravo and Cocktails.
Yeah.
You don't know who submitted it. You don't know where it comes from. But I will say that there are so many things on this website that are so directly accurate.
Oh, Bravo and Cocktails is on it. Yeah.
That I'm like, it's production or it's a cast member or it is someone in our immediate team circle.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I do want to read it to you.
Yeah, I don't know what this blind item is.
Because
what is this?
It is exactly what I thought.
Oh my God.
Happened.
Oh God. I'm rarely surprised. Okay, let's see what this is about.
Spill it to bravoandcocktails.com. On the last season of EPR, there was a storyline about Scheana and Schwartz kissing in Vegas many years prior, which Schwartz randomly brought up out of the blue during a convo with Lala. Well, I have some tea on that. Earlier that day of filming, production brought the cast together for a meeting and essentially said that if they didn't dial it up, the season would be cut short and the show canceled. True. After that meeting, Lala shared with production that Scheana had recently confided in her about an incident where Schwartz had made an advance on her years prior. Production then went to Schwartz with this intel and told him to bring it up in his scene with Lala later that day. Lala acted like this was news to her and made sure it didn't get brought up to Scheana until she was drunk that evening to get her caught off guard and look less credible compared to sober Lala, if and when Scheana brought up that she had told Lala about it. Lala fully set her up and gaslit Scheana. To my knowledge, Scheana had and has no idea about Lala's involvement. Don't even think Schwartz ever knew that Lala produced that whole storyline.
Okay, so when you hear that, like, does any of that sound true, especially like the production, talking to Schwartz part?
So when this did get brought up to me, when I then went back and watched the episode and saw how this all played out, I was just like, Schwartz, why would you go there? Like, this is potentially the last season of our show. Like, you guys aren't even together anymore. Like, why go there? I'm married. I have a kid. Now I have to tell Brock, like, hey, by the way, like, Schwartz kissed me. It was just awkward.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to go there. But you went there. And he goes, well, I thought you told production. And I was like, no. And he goes, well, then I don't know how they found out because production before that scene said, this is what's being talked about. So this is what you need to bring up at this lunch.
Oh,
and then Lala is like, oh my God. And then goes and tells Katie behind my back, doesn't give me a heads up when her and I are like this at the time.
Yeah.
And then Lala knew there's one night every season where I let loose, where I get drunk to the point where I'm slurring my words. And that night I decided, I go, okay, drunk Scheana's coming out tonight. I made it known to everyone that I was getting drunk that night. So her manipulative brain and it makes sense.
Wow.
It's the only thing that makes sense because no one else knew.
Yeah.
Jamie apparently, but like no one knew.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, right before their lunch, he brings us up to her.
Okay, I'm not that I'm playing devil's advocate, but I am curious, knowing all of this now, like from a reality star perspective or even a production perspective, like, is this what you expect from your castmates? Or when someone's your friend, is there a different level of there's certain things that you don't cross the line and you shouldn't go there with?
There should be certain things you
Okay.
don't cross the line and you don't go there. This is just one of the many reasons why I have no interest in having a friendship with Lala again, because she's done this to me time and time again. And it has been so damaging and hurtful to myself, my family, reputations. This is just like what she does. And she gets away with it because how can I prove it? I don't know that I'm not claiming this is true.
Yeah.
But it's very accurate. And it is what I already thought happened if Schwartz wasn't the one who brought it up.
Yeah.
The second he told me he was asked to bring that up, I knew. And
Well,
I
yeah.
also understand why he didn't want to talk about it last week because we are breaking the fourth wall. But I'm like, I'm not on the fucking show.
Yeah.
I'm trying to clear my name here. Okay.
Yeah.
And who knows if this is something. I mean, it would take Lala admitting that
Yeah.
she did that, which I don't see her ever doing. Same as, Lisa she will take this to the grave. She'll never claim that she knew anything about me and the Brandy thing was a whole coincidence. And I find out 10 years later that she did in fact know. And she wanted the Disney girl with a connection to Eddie on the show that I needed to make this show happen. Like I put that in the book. It came from a credible source.
Yeah.
I know it's true.
Yeah.
But she'll take that to the grave. So I'm like, I don't know if I'm ever going to really know how that happened. And that's why I'm just like, I can't be friends with Lala because it's like I can't trust her.
Mm-hmm.
And the version that she is now just like can't be honest about certain things. I think she's trying so hard to have this redemption because the fans were so off her.
Yeah.
Season 11, she came so hard for Ariana. She definitely got in my head. And I see patterns repeating. And like, until there's that level of accountability, I mean, there's just no road forward in a friendship. Like Schwartz literally sat here and was like, oh, I still hope you guys. And I'm like, no, it's been too much damage. And there's more outside that she's done that I've discussed a little bit just with the school of it all. And like, there's just so much that I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm good.
And I think you're going to have, I think also part of the uphill battle is I think that when people are sober, I think there is a level of accountability they feel like they live on a daily basis. And so because of that, I'm not saying that they feel superior, but I think they feel like they're always being accountable and maybe not in every aspect of their life.
Yeah.
And so I think that'll be hard because she'll be like, no, like I am sober, I'm clear-headed and I understand these things. And it's like, I understand that, but like I'm talking about at the friendship level. So it'll be difficult to get past that.
And it's like almost like, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like it's almost a way of like weaponizing her sobriety against us. It's like, well, and like gaslighting at the same time. Like, well, you don't remember because you were drinking. And that's not what I said. And it's like, she'll do that to me sometimes where it's like, yeah, have I always been sober around Lala? Absolutely not. But then it's like, I'm just supposed to believe the version that you tell me the next day.
Yeah. And that'll be very difficult.
Out of respect for Schwartz, I did take that out of the episode last week, but I'm like, look, I'm going to just, the blind item of it all, because that was new information to me. And it's also what I always thought happened.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm going to bring it up with Kiki instead. Hopefully
because neither of us have alerts on, so we don't care what's said about us after the episode.
I'm like, oh, whatever.
I obviously don't like seeing when friendships fall apart. Like this season of Atlanta, seeing Shamia and Portia has been really hurtful. And so like I'm always hopeful. I'm curious, like, is there any way, any version or any place where you could see the two of you coming together in any manner or repairing this in any way?
I mean, it would need to be her 100% accountable. No gaslighting, no anything like I did this, I fucked up and I'm sorry. And I mean, the dossier doesn't lie. The screenshots don't lie. I have so much that I honestly even forgot about until I did look back. So my hope for the future for Summer and Ocean to continue any sort of friendship is for me to get to a level of indifference with her, to just not care, not be bothered if she's in the same room, sitting at the same dinner table. And I'm not there yet because I'm still in a place where I just don't even want your energy and aura around me. And hopefully one day we're both in Palm Springs at the same time and I feel indifferent and the girls have a play date and all is well.
Yeah.
But I just don't know that I ever see her taking full accountability without trying to throw it back on me and being like, but you this, but you that. Like, I'm responsible for my own actions. I am responsible for what happened with my friendship with Ariana. As much as we can still text here and there a little bit, it's never going to be, I mean, hope maybe, but it's not going to be, anytime soon what it was before.
Yeah.
And that's my own fault. Like I say in my lessons song, there's like, it would have been different if I wasn't listening to all of the outside noise. And Lala was the number one person I had in my ear, just constantly telling me that Ariana didn't care about my friendship anymore, that she felt like she was better than us, that she was better than the show, and that like her and I needed to keep the show going and we needed to do this. And I was just like, okay. And after hearing someone say that so much, it just like, it did start to get in my head where I was like, well, maybe she doesn't care as much anymore. Like maybe you're right. Maybe. And it's just like, that I'm not proud of at all. But I do feel like I've grown and learned so much from the friendship with Ariana, but the friendship with Lala that I had is where I'm like, that's a version of myself that I never want to be again. And if being friends with someone like her brings out that version of me, that's the least favorite version of myself that I have truly ever been. And I think that I've taken a lot of steps in the right direction with just, being able to see Katie at Warped Tour and have a cute conversation and DM and stuff. Like, that didn't just happen overnight. It took me being accountable, being like, look, here are some things where I realized I fucked up.
Yeah.
I was acting out of hurt and I am not proud of my actions and you didn't deserve that. And I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
And unless Lala can do that with me, I just don't see a road forward. So
I'm not saying I wouldn't want to watch it on TV.
Oh, hey, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, do you have a Jax hole for the week?
To me?
Yeah.
Oh God. Who's a Jax hole of the week? House of Prime Rib. Yeah, I would say the woman at House of Prime. I mean, everyone said House of Prime Rib was like, Anthony, it was one of Anthony Bourdain's favorite restaurants. I was very excited to go. I was all lined up. The cactus that they have on the like little brick thing that you kind of sit in front of and wait while you're waiting the hour to get in shouldn't be there. They're a Jack's hole. I have cactus.
Yeah.
I had cactus in my ass that my friend had to tweeze and duct tape out.
I did.
So, and then the woman who pushed my friend out of the way as we were trying to make it to the bar. And so we never got to eat there.
Oh.
So yeah, I would just say pushy people,
Yeah,
they're
I'm
Jack's
with you
hole.
on that. And my flowers this week are going to some four-legged heroes who reminded us that resilience and courage come in all shapes and sizes. First up, flowers to Bailey, the little poodle who was miraculously found alive 29 days after the devastating earthquakes in Venezuela. Against all odds, Bailey survived nearly a month trapped beneath the rubble before rescuers found him and reunited him with his family. So I feel like stories like this are just a beautiful reminder of how resilient animals can be. And sometimes in the midst of unimaginable tragedy, they become symbols of hope. And our second bouquet of flowers is going to go to Larry, who reminded everyone that cats are tiny, fearless, little badasses. Larry made headlines after standing his ground and chasing off a coyote that wandered onto the grounds of Downing Street in London. No panic, no hesitation, just pure cat confidence. Larry was simply keeping the streets clean, and we thank him for that. So shout out to the little four-legged friends and my little Kiwi, who's doing good. And I feel so bad keeping him in this crate, but I'm like, just 2 more weeks, buddy. We got this. So anyway, thank you guys all for listening. Thank you, Kiki, for joining me in the studio. I always love a little Kiki with Kiki. And be sure to listen to her weekdays on Radio Andy's Reality Checked and find her at The Talk of Shame on Instagram for all things pop culture and fun.
I've been searching for this all my life.